On this episode of Muscle Car of the Week, we're taking a look at a very special 1970 Dodge Challenger shot at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals in Chicago. Sometimes when you're walking through a car show like the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, you'll see a car and think it's cool, but not really know the full story behind it. And Gregory, you brought out a family heirloom that is incredible as a car, but also a great story. Tell me about how this thing came to be.
Okay, well, my dad, he was wanted to have a nice car, so I guess his brother had a '68 Charger with a 440 Magnum. You know, he always used to brag about it. You know, hey, you know, out there racing.
Yeah.
So my dad, when it was time for him to get his car, he had to one up his brother, so he ended up getting the Hemi.
Nice.
So that's how that started. So he bought the car, and he ordered the car, a special order, in October '69. And the build date of the car is November of '69, and he received the car December 5th of '69.
Wow.
So it's been in the family ever since then.
So this is a 70 Dodge Challenger 426 Hemi, pistol grip, 4-speed.
RTSE.
RTSE. So he checked all the right boxes.
Yes.
And what is also unique is the top treatment.
So it's a Gator grain vinyl top, which is V1G, and yeah, that's the kind of unique thing about it, because I guess back then the top wasn't very popular. So.
Yeah, no, you never see them.
Yeah. So.
And Chrysler did a couple different things with tops. They of course did the mod top option, which was kind of the bright color paisley thing, and I guess that was targeted then towards a female audience, and the Gator grain was all man. You know, so that's cool that survived.
Yeah.
So how was your dad, how old was he when he bought this car?
He would have been in his probably mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s. My dad was in the military, and then he was a police officer for Detroit Police.
Right on.
Yeah, he served in the 82nd Airborne in the Special Forces Group, 12th through the 12th group and the 19th group.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he saw action in Vietnam.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 64 to 66.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And came back and then became a police officer?
Yes, Detroit police officer.
Yeah, so he saved his money.
Yeah, he did save his money.
Yeah.
And he wanted the best, so.
Well, it looks like he got it. So at what point did the car, I mean, he was driving it every day, this was his only car?
I'm not sure if it was the only car, but I knew he drove it a lot. And also my mom drove the car as well. So what he would do for my mom is that he would disengage one of the linkage on the 4-barrel so she wouldn't be able to drive the 8-barrel.
So it's a single 4-barrel car. That's nice. Kind of today they call it a valet switch, you know, right? So then did this thing get put away? It's obviously been used. It's great looking. It's kind of well worn. It's got some rust. It's got some dings and dents.
Yeah, around about maybe I think 1978. A good friend of his, Dean Harriman, was working on the car. He asked because he had problems with the car getting it started. So then once he got it started and everything for him, then he ran it for that summer, and then after that he just parked it, and it just sat in storage for 37 years.
Wow. So then we fast forward to recent years, and unfortunately he passed away, and that's kind of what inspired you to dig it out.
Yeah. I wanted to actually get an idea of what the car, why did my father like the car so much? What was it about this car? So I was on a mission to get it together. So with the help of Dean and Daryl and Katie at Cars Automotive, we was able to get the car back in shape. And when I put the key in there and I took it out on the street for the first time, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you knew why he liked this car.
I understood why he loved this car, why he really loved this car, because he was very, very adamant about me not giving away the car. Even when he was sick, he was like, don't give away my car. So
he's a smart man. I mean, it's really cool to me because I can't tell you how many people I've talked to here at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals that say, if I was to order one of these, this with tail stripe, this is exactly what I would have ordered. Okay. I mean, so he had his thumb on the pulse, man. He knew what was cool. This is it. So how many miles are on this thing today? I mean, how much did it get driven?
It's 45,617 miles, and I put 70 miles on it myself.
Yeah. So 45,000 isn't much.
No.
But being up in Detroit, it saw some weather, and that's why it looks kind of the way it does. But I think those are well-earned dings and scratches?
I can't say I can't say all of them about the weather, but some of the dings on the side. There's actually when I was a little kid.
Somebody's bicycle?
Yeah. Scrape. Oops.
Yeah.
And scrape it. And,
so you caused your dad's blood pressure problem.
If I would have known then, I know now.
Yeah. So when you were growing up, if he parked this thing in 78, you were. Did you have any experience being a passenger in this thing?
Yeah, as a passenger, as a little kid.
Yeah.
And I remember he put a $100 bill on the dash. He says, "Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance. If you can get that bill, it's yours." And I was thinking, "Man, I got this." And he said, "Go." I went to go reach, and I was like, "Oh, boom." I couldn't get it. I was like, "Whoa!" It scared me.
Yeah. That's fun. And that was a great thing that people used to do, and you have to experience that to know what that little trick's all about. So, what did he use this car for? Just kind of daily driver, weekend cruiser? Did he race it?
Well, yeah, he used to drive as a normal car. He actually had a trail hitch on the back, and he used to pull his motorcycles. He had a '68 Norton Commando.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad was into cool stuff.
Yeah,
Man,
so
those old Nortons.
Wheelies on that stuff, and yeah, he had a good time. But he also would, take it out at night and do some street racing. So,
which we don't condone.
Yeah, so he was a police officer, so the street racing thing, and he was a traffic enforcement cop. So, I don't know if I should be telling the story, but he had lots of fun with it. I heard stories when I was here. Some of my Chicago family actually told me things I didn't even know. And one of my cousins, Ramona, she said, "Yeah, your dad, used to race down the alley in the cities of Detroit." Down the alley. I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's crazy."
Yeah, that's a little crazy. Well, I've talked to a couple people here that are from Detroit who knew this car.
Okay.
From way back when. And the one guy in particular had never seen it and knew the myth that this car existed. It was a Gator top, Hemi 4-speed black car, and nobody had ever seen it. And he's like, there it is. So coming here kind of made that come full circle for him. So you validated the myth. Yeah. So here at the MuscleCar and Corvette Nationals, this car has got a sign saying it's in the Shaker Hood Invitational, but it doesn't have a Shaker Hood.
Yeah, that's right. Well, my dad actually originally ordered the car. He ordered it with a Shaker Hood. And when he went to go pick up the car, it didn't have a Shaker Hood. He ended up suing Chrysler Corporation for the hood because he actually wanted the Shaker Hood.
Well, and he paid for it.
Yeah. So then he ended up getting it. Actually, they gave him a hood and a crown and the whole pieces.
No kidding. Back then you hear a lot of stuff, where cars came in, they were supposed to have stripes and they didn't, or they did and they didn't order them, or weird stuff. Interesting story. So you, my friend, are also in the video and TV business.
Right.
Have you been shooting some stories on this car that we can maybe look up and watch?
Yeah. We have a YouTube channel that I'm hoping Cars Automotive TV with. It's Cars Automotive YouTube channel. And you guys can check that out. And I'm basically documenting, basically for myself.
So what's the plan for it now? You mentioned your crew, your guys have helped tune it up and get it back on the road.
Yep.
What's their strategy for that?
I think right now we're just going to keep it the way it is. I don't think we're going to do too much more to it. It's just for the upkeep. And then we're just going to take it slow. And I want to be able to enjoy the car for a while, and that's what I'm going to do. And I have a son, his name is Gregory.
Yeah.
And he's 10, and maybe, hopefully, it could go down to a third generation. That's what I'm hoping.
Gonna teach him how to grab $100, aren't you?
Well, he'll learn.
Yeah, make sure you put a camera in the car for that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, Gregory, it is awesome that you brought this car out, and I love the fact that it's still in the family and that the stories are staying with it. Because that's really what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's a machine, it's cool, but knowing all the rest of it, gives it some life and keeps your dad's memory alive and keeping it in the family. Thanks for bringing it out, buddy.
All right.
I'm honored.